Hello, and welcome to Fusion Writing, where building character meets creating structure. Well, this is our writing week, and today is Tuesday, our map day, where we get to map out the actual writing assignment of the week. So, Victoria, want to take us away?
Hello, everybody. Welcome back for the map. So yesterday I hinted that we were going to try using something that's intangible as our antagonist. Now, you may recall in the previous weeks, we've looked at different kinds of antagonists and how you can toggle around different ideas that present either challenges or conflicts or some kind of agent of change for your main character. With all of that considered, here's what I want you to take a stab at. For your writing week, I want you to choose between one of two things. You can either use time or you can use an attitude. Okay, so two very different intangible things. We talked about using time as an antagonist. Maybe someone is running out of time. Obviously, that puts some pressure on the character. Or maybe they have all the time in the world, which creates a different kind of pressure. So maybe you're going to use time. Now, as a little twist, what if you use time as a flashback instead of a linear line forward through your test story, your writing exercise story? Maybe you start in one place, you flash back to something else, and then you pick that story up and finish it. So you can use non-linear time as your antagonist or the force that challenges or drives your character. Or on the other side, so you have an alternative. What about choosing an attitude? It's something that we think of as an inherency. This person has something that they hold in their head as an attitude that is either driving them forward or holding them back. So you can choose either direction, an attitude or an element of time, but I want you to apply that in some way, in some test writing, to a main character. It doesn't have to be a character that you have fully developed. This is just getting that idea on the page and puzzling through, how can I use time as an agent of change in the story of this character? Or how can I use their attitude as something that either drives or hinders them? That's your assignment. So using just those things, sketch out what that might look like. And then when we get to the end of our episode, Kathleen will show you exactly where you can come and share it with us over in LiLLiPub.org. But we'll save that for the end. So with that, I'm going to throw it over to Kathleen and we'll see if we have any overlap this time.
I think we'll all be able to spot the overlap in this one, but I look forward to how you'll sum us up when we're done. Well, writing assignment is to write a story about someone who has meekness in the wing position. And our character for this one is just very, very self-focused. She has self-confidence in spades. Now, we often think of meekness as being the little wildflower who doesn't dare talk to anybody. Her intention is all on herself. I'm going to make a mess of things. Well, this is a balance trait, and that means you can have another side of this. And this is the character who focuses the whole world through herself and her own self-interests. And this character had parents who thought the sun rose and set on their special daughter. They saw great things coming out of her, and boy, she was the one to deliver on those. Top in school, top with everything she ever did. You throw her into a group of people, 5 minutes, she's going to be the leader of the group. You throw her into a group where somebody else is the official leader, in 10 minutes, she'll be the leader of the group. Now, she's, of course, a supervisor on the job. We have a challenge here. She's convinced, of course, that she's absolutely right and that her way of doing things is absolutely the perfect way of doing them. But this time she's wrong, and somebody on her team has to get through to her. So that is going to be your writing challenge for this week. Victoria, do you want to talk about overlap?
Oh boy, do we have some. If that is not a perfect representation of an attitudinal problem that needs to be overcome, I don't know what is. So I would absolutely encourage you, try it both ways. Maybe you write about that trait of meekness and how that plays out for this character to either lift her up or knock her down, and then look at it with a time element. Maybe she's racing the clock for a different reason. I mean, guys, you can recombine this stuff in all different sorts of ways. The cool thing is, each time you do it, You're going to discover something new about the character. I promise they're going to take you in directions you never thought of. And number two, you're flexing that muscle of, if I have these pieces and they need to be included, how am I going to get that done? Because that's what story writing is. You have certain pieces that serve the story that must be included. And your job as the author is to turn all of those pieces into stew and make it good. So those are the pieces that we've given you to use. You have to use them all. You can pick and choose, but let's see what you come up with. And then join us over in LiLLiPub.org and share what your draft looks like. Or share if it didn't work at all. Sometimes not being able to put those pieces together and just having the ingredients on the counter is a great conversation that we can all look at together and say, well, you know, we could do this or we could do that, or maybe this was a terrible idea and let's try something else. You never know. But at the end of the day, it's about getting those words on the page so that you have something to work with, and then turning those into pieces that you can either use for just exercises or maybe for other things that you're working on. You never know how it's going to come into play, but doing your writing exercises will always pay off. So dive in, and we'll see you over in LiLLiPub when you get finished. Come and share.
Yep. Come on over to LiLLiPub.org when you're done. You can post your writing in two places now. You can post it in Fusion Writing for our Saturday call, or you can post it in the Circle for Character Traits for our Wednesday call. Two chances. So come on over to LiLLiPub.org and we'll see you over there. And then next month, we get to start a whole new character trait. So we'll see you here again in a week. For now, bye-bye.